What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. We're about to get into another album review, but before we get into that, there's a couple things I want to touch up on. One is, so the last video went through, I had to mute the beginning, but that wasn't a big deal. Probably won't try too much real music, like bigger music that's more recognizable, because I think that's the reason it didn't let me use that. So yeah, that video is up right now. I did an album review of Hit Boy's Surf or Drown album. I believe it was from 2022, and I gave it, I'm not going to give away the score actually. Oh yes, one thing I wanted to bring up was that I had asked for any comments on, new albums or, other things to react to, and I saw it got 20 views, the video got 20 views, but it got no comments, no suggestions for other things to react to, so I am going to continue to encourage you to just leave something in the comments. Just I want a little bit of engagement here with you guys that are watching, because I want to, I want to satisfy my audience too. I want to give you guys what you want as well, in addition to doing what I want to do too. So yeah, that would be really great too. I would really appreciate that. Some, back and forth there, some recommendations. And anyways, and the other thing is that from here on out, I'll most likely be doing uploads from 1 to 2 times a week. It might be 1 time for now, because I'm kind of in a moving process, moving back from Spokane, Washington to Arizona. I might get a bit into more of like my life situation right now too, but we'll see how that goes. I'm enjoying right now just doing some album reviews. I actually have an idea to do some tier lists as well too, maybe some like top 10 lists on artists that I like, and things outside of music too, on maybe foods and certain activities that I might enjoy or not enjoy, just to give you guys a sense of like my personality, and just kind of get through to you guys a bit on who I am, because that's kind of what I want to do, is be transparent with you guys and kind of like foster a community if I can, a community where we can talk about music and things that we have in common, Alright, but that is not why you clicked on the video. You clicked on the video to watch this album review. It's by Jack Harlow. You probably know who he is. If you don't, honestly, I recommend going into maybe some of his older stuff. I was a big fan of his older project. It was the album cover was just his face. I'll put it on screen now. It was just his face. Had this song called Sunset that I really enjoyed back in high school, and college now. Yo.
What's up, bro?
What's up? I'm actually recording. I'm just starting to record this next album review. I'm doing Jack Harlow's new album.
Oh, nice.
It's called Sundown. I don't know if I said it's Sunset, but it's called Sundown. Good song. You should probably check it out. Not bad. But today is we're reviewing something totally new. He's uploaded a couple projects since that. I haven't really kept too close of an eye on him, but he blew up in popularity after What's Poppin', kind of rode that wave with a similar sound and stuff like that. I think it's been okay, not too much stuff has been added to my playlist and stuff, but yeah, I'm kind of hoping that will change with this album. I honestly heard a little bit online about it, and it sounds like he's kind of going back to his roots, back to those old days. So it's a 10-track album, pretty short, pretty quick listen, 24 and some change minutes. And while I do hope that it is good, I'm also going to be brutally honest with it as well. If there's tracks that I really don't like, I'll let you know. I'm still going to be giving it ratings like last time, out of 10, and then we'll see where we're at the end. Without further ado, here's track 1. It's called Common Ground. Let's go.
Will I see?
Just talking about what I see. It's not an opinion based. It's just shit I see. The suburbs are filled with ebonics and trap sonics. Frat boys saying no cap, put racks on it. The dialect got a little splash of some black on it. Cap and gowns bought by the money in dad's pockets. White girls squatting, trying to get that ass popping. Caught back talking to their mom and dad's often. Reciting rap lyrics about murder and cash profit. Get to feel like a thug, but don't have to act on it. Local homicide rates got them astonished. Reading about it on a laptop in pajamas. Microsoft Office to complete their assignments. Never seen the hood, still can't help but have comments. Never had a combo with a kid from that climate that really has trauma, that really got taught to survive by any means. Fuck bitches, stack commons. Common ground ain't that common. The festivals are filled with Larry Bird jerseys. College students in a hurry to jump to a 4 count and say the N-word. Business interns taking Molly them perks, trampling on top of bodies and dirt. Condescending suburban kids growing up to be rap journalists, writing urban myths about who they think is the best urban kid and who the worst is, and who's authentic and what the real hip-hop is, and who's all in it. Thrift shopping for articles and garments that feel like they came from a foreign environment. Secondhand Babe Supreme and gallery department. Anything to feel less harmless. Adderall dealers carrying around guns just to make it feel realer. House with white pillars, no rough, just diamonds. And education private, it's all by design. And common ground ain't that common. Let me hear that.
Okay. Great opening instrumental. Love that instrumental. Picked up on a bit of what he was saying, and sounds like he's talking a bit about kind of his younger days, college days, and things like that. Sounds a bit frustrated on it, kind of letting out some, venting a little bit, if you will. It didn't really catch my attention, I'll be honest, that much. But hey, the instrumental was there. I think that really carried it through. His energy was there. I'm gonna have to give that as an opener. I think I gotta listen to it one more time. I don't want to rush this rating. I don't want to rush it at all. Just gonna give it one more listen because I have to really get that.
House with white pillars.
Okay. So I think he's kind of talking about maybe some of his fans and overall just kind of hip hop fans kind of not being from the same backgrounds that their favorite rappers are coming from, and saying it's inauthentic and they lack that common ground. So I understand what he's saying. Not bad. I'm gonna give that probably like a 7.5. I'm feeling that 7.5 right there. So not bad. We're gonna move on to track 2. This one's called "They Don't Love It."
It's like, I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Fuck buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Fuck shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. And fuck the hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever. The gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and holding comments. Cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the fucking bed like him. Cause they don't love it. 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 I've been laid back so long, I'm trying to get turned. Fuck searching my name, dog, that's how you get hurt. Fuck being likable, I'm trying to be unbreakable. I just realized that this whole game is takeable if I want it. And I do, yes, I want it. I don't care how you feel about it. I do what I want it. I used to look up to the people that I'm moving in front of. It's not that crazy anymore. My city used to a come up. Bryce and Jack G. James is up next. The rest is up to me. These lames is upset. My peers get upstage. The fans are obsessed. My city is upcoming. These people are oppressed. And I'm gonna change things. I'm up at Carmichael's trying to get on the same page. I heard about the rapper that you claim was a mainstay. They had a nice run, but they never gonna maintain because they don't love it. 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 They don't love it.
Okay. I kind of get the sense on this album compared to the last one, because I did give the last album a complete listen, maybe a couple times when it first dropped. Obviously didn't make reactions then. I wasn't really thinking about YouTube then. But I don't really remember any of the songs, meaning that they weren't really that memorable to me. In part because I felt like his energy was kind of lacking a bit, and he was being a bit too complacent, like I think Drake is right now in his music, and just kind of lacking the energy that he came with during his come up. Now this one, honestly, my only complaint about this one is that the entire way there was good energy, pretty high energy through. I was feeling the beat and everything. He was obviously feeling the beat and everything, But I felt like the chorus that they don't love it, no, they don't love it was, I feel like he could have maybe sang that with his soul a bit more, sang that with his heart, but besides that, that one wasn't bad. I'm gonna have to give that one probably an 8.2, because I'm trying to, it can be anywhere from 8.1 to 8.9 if it's gonna be an 8, right? So that one's gonna be an 8.2. Let's move on to track number 3. And by the way, this album is all singles by Jack Harlow, no features like the last one did. So that's why I'm not saying any features. Third track is called Ambitious. Let's go.
Ambitious, 14-year-old. Grades going down as I'm stacking up zeros, but not the De Niro. Peach fuzz coming in, cool kid, but my hair cut like I'm a weirdo. Peyton Seaver, Montrez Harrow. Scuffed up kicks, Old Navy my apparel, and I'm coming in my girl like I'm sterile. Told her my whip, I thought I had a green arrow. I was never meant to be a college applicant.
Okay, yeah, I forgot to mention this on the last one. He made this reference that he might possibly work harder or be better than Eminem one day, or like be more well known than him one day or something like that. And it's like obviously he's talking like ambitious, and he's highly ambitious. He works harder than anyone else, and he wants to believe that he's better than anyone else. But let's be honest here, bro. Like Jack Harlow is never gonna reach that level of greatness simply because. I don't know if he said they were cut from the same cloth, but I don't know if that's true at all. I doubt the truth in that completely. They're just different people, different beasts. I feel like, I don't know, that I'm going to change this to just a straight out 8. I was just going to give that originally, and then I was thinking 8.5 maybe, and that's why I gave it 8.2. It's just going to be an 8 because he kind of takes an L for saying that. And then, I don't know, like the last album, he made this line about semen, and now he's like, coming in his girl, and it's like yeah, Jack Harlow is not Eminem. Anyways, back to this track.
Fuck I look like going to college after this. Class clown type that like to holler at the chicks. Friend group solid as it gets. Recording in my room with the air conditioner all up in the mix. Did a couple local shows, okay, my following exists. Even if it's...
Okay, I do feel him on this part with the air conditioners being in the mix, because I know when I record, I got a pretty nice mic, but it can still pick up when the AC starts blowing on, and I can hear it in the background and the entire song, so I feel him on that one. Anyways.
Teen high school chicks, better than a front row of dicks. One day I'm gonna be front row at the Knicks. Wait until the world gets a load of this. Ambitious, 19-year-old. I just signed a deal, now my neck's Sub-Zero. Mustache coming in, I really want a beard though. And I really think this might be my year though. Suddenly I've made some unclear my apparel. Playing dive bars and stopping to crack a barrel. No security, my brother's going step Will Ferrell. Getting high, getting drunk, no more straight narrow for me. Street raps made me ask if this the era for me. Is the playing field fair, is it fair for me? A couple carrots in my ears, enough carrots for me. I'm feeling like the local scene finally cherishing me. Selling out my hometown so my parents can see. Charismatic, naive, young, arrogant teen. Giving everything I got to the American dream. But I'm still playing 1 p.m. sets at the festivals. Looking at the crowd, they embarrassed for me. Jeez. Ambitious, 24-year-old. Used to have dreams of being friends with my heroes. Now I'm Andrea Pirlo out in Europe spinning euros. French girl chewing on my earlobe. Here goes nothing, coasting through customs. Take away the phones at after parties, we don't trust them. Heartthrob status, I've adjusted to the lustin'. FaceTime calls about God from Justin. I can't stop hustling. I can't stop hustling. I'm trying to be inspired, but y'all ain't got nothing. They trying to downplay me now, ain't that something? I saw that coming. Reading way too many articles about myself, I gotta fall back from it. Audition for a lead and got to come back from it. I'm festival headlining, keeping them heads nodding. I tell her I'll be back, but I don't know when the next time is. Folks think it's about to be more acting and less rhyming, but hell nah, I gotta show these boys who the best artists.
I think that's the end of that track. Something that I always liked about Jack Harlow when he was on the come up with that last album I was talking about with his face as a cover, I liked the way that his style is pretty unique in the sense that he can kind of bend words a little bit in the way that he's talking. I don't know if it's Louisville. He's from Louisville. I think. But I think the kind of like accent there, just the way he's talking, is enables him to kind of like rhyme things that other rappers might not be able to rhyme and stuff like that. So I feel like he's definitely kind of perfecting that, and it's working for him here 100%. I didn't really care 100% for like the attitude throughout this track. You know, I feel like the first two started off pretty humble and not talking about himself too much. And now this one is just taking me. This one could have fit right into "Come Home, the Kids Miss You," which was just talking all about himself, licking his own nuts. And so, yeah, this one I'm not feeling as much as the last track. That's just the honest truth. So I'm gonna have to give it probably like a 7, like a flat 7, to be honest. And yeah, let's keep going with track number 4, and that's called "Is That Aight?" Let's go.
No airports and no flights, that's how I wanna live my life, is that aight? 10 girlfriends and no wife, that's how I wanna live my life, is that aight? No sport cars and no ice, okay, maybe a little ice, we all got a little vice. No selfies, just say hi, I'm so healthy, ain't lie. 4L, we them same guys. Equity for my dogs, only time you see gang signs. I'm looking to change lives, I already changed mine. Our ambition just ain't the same size. You pint size motherfuckers watching my paint dry in real time, telling yourself it just takes time. The time's now, stop waiting for the inspiration. They say it's a flaw being impatient, but no airports and no flights. That's how I wanna live my life, is that aight? No retweets and no likes, that's how I wanna live my life, is that aight? No breakups and no fights, okay, maybe a few fights, we all gotta choose sides. No selfies, just say hi, I'm so healthy, ain't lie. 4L, we them same guys. I just want peace, I don't want no smoke. And I don't wanna go to One Oak, I just wanna go home. And I don't want no free jewelry, I don't want promo. I've been on the road since I turned 1 100 people on set, used to be one go pro. My dad knows a lot of things that his son don't know, but he ain't been to all the places that his son gon' go. No airports and no flights, that's how I wanna live my life, is that aight? Wake up while the sun's still bright, that's how I wanna live my life, is that aight? No time spent on timelines, I got me a good book, I told Angel good looks. No selfies, just say hi, I'm so healthy, ain't lie.
You stupid.
You know, I enjoyed that one. The instrumental was banging. I loved it. These instrumentals have all been fire. Honestly, I've never had a problem with the instrumentals that Jack Harlow uses. So I don't expect any of these for that to be the problem. This one, it was aight, you know. Titles, is that aight? Answer is, it's aight, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give that one a 6.5. I don't want to be too harsh. I'm definitely gonna have to probably give that one a listen later again down the line so I can pick up on some more of the lyrics. But you know, this is a first listen. I want to give it my first initial thoughts and, you know, responses. But yeah, anyways, moving on to track number 5. Moving right along here. This one's called Gang, Gang, Gang. I've seen this title come up a few times, so I guess this one might be a bit more interesting. But let's get it.
Ride for my dogs, lie for my dogs, die for my dogs. Ride for my dogs, lie for my dogs, die for my dogs. Because it's home for the holidays. My friend pulled me to the side like, did you hear about Marcus? Our Marcus? Yeah, our Marcus. A bunch of girls say he raped him in the back of some Target. They say he drove him back there in his car, and then he parked it, and the rest is even darker. Wait, which Marcus? Cause it can't be, yes, our Marcus. The same Marcus we collected Pokemon cards with. The one with perfect grades that has family in New Orleans. Yes, that Marcus. He's got 7 rape charges. Ride for my dogs, lie for my dogs, die for my dogs. Ride for my dogs, lie for my dogs, die for my dogs. Because it's home for the holidays. My friend pulled me to the side like, did you hear about Kevin? Kevin who? Our Kevin. What happened? He got arrested. They found a bunch of messages he sent to little kids. And apparently he met up with this 10-year-old and now the kid's saying he got molested. Molested by who? By Kevin? Nah, it's gotta be a different Kevin. Look, I'm telling you it's Kevin that we've known since we were 7. The one whose dad's a reverend. The same Kevin we spend every weekend with and call brethren. Ride for my dogs, lie for my dogs, die for my dogs. Ride for my dogs, lie for my dogs, die for my dogs. Because it's truthfully it's family till it can't be, gang till it ain't, twins but it depends, brothers until something is uncovered, dogs until the lifting of the fog. I always got you turns into well, I never thought you. Years of camaraderie suddenly disappear, almost like you never were here. Unconditional love becomes very conditioned when push comes to shove, and all that talk of taking bullets suddenly feels foolish. Pictures with them turned to ad campaigns, you gotta pull it. Feet held to the fire, we hold accountable the ones we hold dear, out of morals but mainly fear. The choice becomes clear, and years of camaraderie suddenly disappear, almost like you never were here. Almost like you never were here.
That's an interesting one. The concept is pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying? Talking about Kevin, talking about Marcus, and probably more of his old friends, you know what I'm saying? Who, you know, used to be close friends, and, you know, something was that they did, you know, made it so that they couldn't be friends anymore, and they just talking about what it feels like to lose a friend like that. And, you know, I can't speak too much to how much I relate to this, but it's very interesting as a thought to think about that, and kind of is like questioning your awareness of who you make friends with. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that is a good message to take away from this, is be careful of who you make friends with, because you have to know more about them to make, you know, the closer they get to you, I feel like the more you should know about each other. And so up until that point where you're just a complete open book for that other person to just, you know, like, you can know everything about me because I have nothing to hide with you, you know what I mean? And I believe, like, I'm trying to get to this point where, well, you know, everybody has the right to their own little privacy. I think everyone is subject to, or basically what I'm trying to say is just be careful who your friends are. Be careful who you're friends with. You know, it's a sketchy place out here. You don't fully know somebody, you know. I don't know when you can say you fully know somebody. I guess that is the question, right? Because, you know, there's always time that can pass where that allows time for them to do something good or bad, you know what I mean? So, yeah, just keep an eye. I feel like that's the takeaway from this. And with that, I might have to give that one probably an 8.5. I'm going to give it an 8.5 because I'm definitely going to listen to that one later. I feel like the replayability of that one is going to be very high, and it'll probably make it into one of my playlists. And with that, we're going to get into track number 6 called Denver. Let's go.
Why this ever had to be? So many losing hope in those dreams that they.
Walking past the homeless in a Rolex. Just got off the stage on the Today Show and I basically felt soulless. Years go by and I keep saying I'm gonna use my phone less, but I should just be phoneless. Ignorance is bliss, it's always being underground, cause it was fun when we were known less. Sorry, that's cliche, I know I'm so blessed, but Jason keeps on telling me say yes, and truth be taught, I know he knows best, but I don't wanna do no press. I've seen enough of me on this little screen. I've become so vain and insecure about everything. I feel all this pressure to live up to what they tell me I'm gonna be, so I isolate myself. You can't help me, it's on me. I'm hiding any sign of weakness from my guys. I don't want them second guessing with me. Nemo said to keep my foot on next, cause I can't let them just forget me. But the brags in my raps are getting less and less convincing, so I'd rather just
Why this ever had to be? So many losing hope in those dreams that they.
I I wrote that first verse in Denver, back in September. It's January now, and I'm feeling like myself again. I got Angel back in here, I need his help again. I'm taking time away, but wondering what a healthy helping is. Fuck it, they gon' check for me, I tell myself and tell my friends. Avoiding any talks about the elephant, chalking up the hate, the jealousy, and just embellishments. But deep down, I find myself wondering if the people that write about me write about me. And I wonder if my exes are oversharing, cause they know a lot about me. I'm a long way from Shelby County, I've been through some local tension. Heard talks of a healthy bounty, sober and focused. I cannot walk down no daily alleys. I still got the fellas around me, I love them and tell them proudly. My mama needs help adjusting, my father needs help accounting. I'm looking out heaven's window, I know that there's hell around me.
Wonder, oh, why this ever had to be. So many losing hope in those dreams that they.
Wow. You know, I really like that track because I wasn't expecting it at all. I wasn't really expecting that side of Jack Harlow to really show itself ever again. You know, I feel like he hasn't been this vulnerable. Like, so far in this entire album, I feel like he's being more vulnerable and open about his own experiences and thought process in the current state of his, you know, career than ever. And I really like that. I feel like it's refreshing for sure. Instead of having to feel like it's a facade, because I feel like sometimes I've felt that way listening to his songs. Like, oh, it's this bravado. It's like this super braggadocious, and I'm not really all that appealed to that side of him. Appealed to his, like, the bars he's able to spit, and just like, yes, the confidence, you know, but there's a difference sometimes between like an arrogance and a confidence, right? So I was very like introspective, and I really enjoyed that. I'm gonna have to give that probably like an 8. Yeah, I'm feeling like an 8 on that one. So this one is called No Enhancers, track number 7. Let's go. Moving right along.
My homeboy just be cancer. I call my ex no answer. As in that's my nickname for her, cause when I call no answer. She know I'm a romancer. You know I make you laugh like no one else. You love my banter. I like my girl natural. She don't need no enhancement. She don't need no enhancement. She don't need no enhancers. And my baby, she a natural. She don't need no enhancement. She don't need no enhancement. She don't need no enhancers. She don't even know her daddy. She walk around this cold world without no safety net or padding. Tough as nails, no acrylics. Once the old ones get too stale. Coffee shape, new pink. Aside from that, the rest is real. Morning body, check the mirror, hit the scale. How we feel, break control inside a pill. Just to leave the crib these days has become such a skill. All the cards stacked against her, but she learning how to deal. And my homeboy just be cancer. I call my ex no answer. As in that's my nickname for her, cause when
all the cards stacked against her, she just learning how to deal. I really like that line. I like it. That's good.
Call no answer. She know I'm a romancer. You know I make you laugh like no one else. You love my banter. I like my girl natural. She don't need no enhancement. She don't need no enhancement. She don't need no enhancers. And my baby, she a natural. She don't need no enhancement. She don't need no enhancement. She don't need no enhancers.
So I'm noticing that a lot of these songs, I don't know if this is normally how he will structure his songs, but it's kind of like a little hook, verse, something like that. And I'm liking the flow of each track, basically. I feel like that was an artistic decision for sure. The sampling is really good. I don't know if I mentioned that in the last song. I love the Denver track. I love the sampling throughout the verses and then going into the hook as well. Super good there. This song, it's great. I feel like, you know, my girl don't need any enhancers. You know, she's fine just the way she is. I don't have to, you know, completely simp out like Bruno Mars. You know, it's like, just to get that point across. I feel like he did that, and it was smooth and very listenable. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna have to give that one probably an 8.5. Yeah, 8.5 for that one. We're gonna go right into track number 8, and this one's called "It Can't Be."
It must be my skin. I can't think of any other reason I win. I can't think of an explanation. It can't be the years of work I put in. It can't be the way that I stuck with the same friends. It can't be the swag I got when I walk in. It can't be. It can't be the way I treat people or how I make time to see people and make sure that they feel like we equals. It can't be the smile. It can't be the eye contact with these crowds. It can't be my pen. It can't be these verses that make people feel like I'm talking to them. It can't be the homage I've paid. Nights when I could have left the studio early, but I stayed. It can't be the tone of my voice. It can't be the thought I put into every choice. It can't be the Jeep instead of the Rolls Royce. It can't be the downtime with my boys. It can't be the Tribe and the Biggie and the Nas, the Outkast and the Missy and my iPod. It can't be the absence of any facade. It can't be the worldwide hometown pride. So I guess it must be my skin. I can't think of any other reason I win. I can't think of an explanation. It can't be the years of work I put in. It can't be the way that I stuck with the same friends. It can't be the swag I got when I walk in. It can't be. It can't be some understanding or branding, or maybe that I'm outstanding, or all the South American fans that meet me at the airport upon landing. It can't be my aunties and grannies and every other woman in my family that raised me to be upstanding. It can't be that I simply make air candy, especially when the industry could just plant me, especially when I didn't grow up on brandy, especially when I'm having dinner in Frankfurt with Andy. It can't be a bit of good karma. It can't be the way they all say that he's a charmer. It can't be the lack of chasing my armor. It can't be the poise when them boys try to harm us. It can't be that we built something to be a part of. It can't be the way that every beat gets barred up. So I guess it must be my skin. I can't think of any other reason I win. I can't think of an explanation. It can't be the years of work I put in. It can't be the way that I stuck with the same friends. It can't be the swag I got when I walk in. It can't be.
I think the track's over. So this one, honestly, maybe I just need to hear it again, but I think the concept kind of is like he's giving reasons sarcastically kind of as to the reasons for his success right now. It's like all these reasons why he's successful. His influences, I heard that. I think he said Nas, Missy, as in hopefully Missy Elliott, because I know I was into Missy Elliott too growing up, and still. And a few other people I think he mentioned, as well as things that he has, kind of the accolades he has nowadays, kind of, and the new resources he has with his newfound success, I feel like is all feeding into that success and continuing it. And I feel like it was kind of like I don't know how to put it, but it wasn't bad. The instrumental was pretty fire. I really liked it. You know, it was another one I kind of think the sample was in and out there throughout the entire song, which I kind of like that. When it's a good sample, a good instrumental, then it comes together for a good song in my opinion. Anyways, that one, I don't know what to rank it though. Like, I don't want to listen to it again because I want it to be a first reaction. Usually only give myself 2 listens for the intro so that I understand what kind of the energy and vibe is going into the entire thing. And then, yeah, so honestly, that one, it can't be. Feeling a 7.8 on that one, 7.8. You know, almost an 8, but couldn't give it that. Anyways, we're going to move on to track number 9. It's called Blame on Me. Second to last track in the album. Let's go.
Blame on me. Can't hold back. Holding on for a minute. Oh, running. Blame on me. Put the blame on me. Oh, put the blame on me. Put the blame on me. Oh.
We grew up in the same household. For years we were close, throwing football in the yard till the lights turned on inside the lamppost. Years go by, something changed when you got to junior high and started hanging with them guys. Suddenly I meant nothing to you. You wanted nothing to do with me. You run with a crew that doesn't include any room for your little brother. I was destroyed, but I still loved you. I still wanted your approval. If I could get it, I'd cherish it. Embarrass me any chance you got, but I didn't care because maybe if I was tough enough to take it, you would love me. Instead of looking at me like I'm disgusting, like I'm nothing, like I'm not the person that you grew up with. I wanna reminisce and ask you if you miss those days, but I'm terrified of broaching the subject. I'm terrified to hear your answer, so I just don't touch it. I don't say nothing.
Running lazy, different faces, all over.
Does Jack Harlow have an older brother that I don't know about? Because if so, and he's talking about that right now, like having an older brother and him, Jack, being the little brother, I'm a little brother too, so I relate to that. And I don't know if I specifically relate to him like not wanting to be embarrassed or being able to take that embarrassment as a form of like earning his brother's respect. But I kind of heard that a little bit. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Put the blame on me. Put the blame on me. Oh, put the blame on me. Put the blame on me. Oh.
We grew up in the same household. For years we were close. One-on-one, I would dominate you in the post. Years passed, but the bond didn't last. And now I hate the man above the sink looking at me in the glass. Treated you like I hated you, never needed you. Even if I had the same opinion, disagreed with you. Insult after insult, hoping they'd eat at you, poking at your deepest wounds. My baby brother, I don't have an excuse, but I know you remember the way that dad would let loose on me more often and way less you. He criticized and tested me, so I test you. I got so much wrongdoing to confess to, and you act like it never happened. God bless you.
Okay, maybe I was just completely wrong. Now I think he has a little brother. I don't know. Something about his bars and stuff. He's like he can be talking about something very clear, like and obvious, but for some reason he'll make it more cryptic than it has to be. But hey, maybe that's just me. That's my problem. Maybe it's my problem. So I won't hold that against him. Let's keep going.
I'm terrified of broaching the subject. I'm terrified to even ask, so I just don't touch it. I don't say nothing.
Running lazy, different faces, all over. Put the blame on me. Put the blame on me. Oh, put the blame on me. Put the blame on me. Oh.
You grew up in my household, under my roof. Raised you with discipline and taught you life's truths. Lashed out at you for things you'd misplaced. Reprimanding you in public till you're red in the face. Made you feel the weight of every single mistake that you made. My hot temper turned up full throttle, cause I needed you to be your little brother's role model. Everything that you do, he just gonna follow. Don't you understand? It's okay, I understand. Cause the way I parent you is how my mother did. And the way you treat your little brother's how my older brother did. And now I'm not even my brother's friend. There's so much I would do and say if I could have it done again. But I'm terrified of broaching the subject. I'm terrified to break down, so I just don't touch it. I don't say nothing.
Running lazy, different faces, all over. Put the blame on me. Put the blame on me. Oh, put the blame on me. Put the blame on me. Oh.
Yes. Interesting song. Interesting concept there. So I think we figured it out now. He has an older brother. And part of me does like that. Part of me does relate to that too, as a younger brother. The thing with my older brother is like he's just way smarter than I am, like academically and just like, like quick thinking, and he's just makes great decisions with his life overall. It's like he's a role model to me. And I think Jack is either saying he's looking at his brother kind of like as a message to him, saying like, I need you to be that role model for me, like you always were, or like I want you to step up and be more of a supportive brother instead of such a competitive relationship with you, kind of thing. So very down to earth, and I feel like just kind of him expressing more of his personal side and things that he wouldn't normally share. Definitely not on his last album, that's for sure. This has been a way more personal album, and I've enjoyed that. And I think he's needed to take this more seriously than he was. Not to say like feel like I just got a lot of negative responses his last album, so I don't want to be one to just come in and bash it. And I remember genuinely enjoying some of the songs still. And he was saying on another track, or maybe earlier in this one, he was saying, "Oh, I make ear candy," and I can't really deny that. Like he has a song with Lil Nas X, the Industry Baby, I think, and I enjoyed that one. It was definitely ear candy. You could call it that. So yeah, overall, this one not bad. I'm gonna give this one probably 8.2, 8.2. It's a little bit late. I'm a little bit tired. I was actually thinking about doing a 2-in-1 tonight. Just two. I'm gonna do a back-to-back album. The next album, I can tell you right now, the next album I'm gonna review is this one by Race Remord. I think Sway Lee and Jimmy or Slim Jimmy, something like that. They came out with another new album, and it's been years, I think, since they did. So I'm excited for it. I was a big fan of their last project that they made, the one with I can't remember the name, but I'll toss up an image of it here if I'm not too lazy. Anyways, I'm just saying I'm a little tired now, but almost done with this album. Probably not gonna do that double album, 2 in 1 night. Probably just gonna save it for another night and just edit tonight. And yeah, but anyways, let's move on to this last track. Track number 10. It's called Questions, and last track in the album.
Turn my voice up. Right here. Why I treat my brother like he ain't my only brother? Why I gotta treat my manager like I'm above her? Why I gotta get so intimate with all my lovers? Why I gotta cheat and make a question if I love her? Why am I so flawed? Why am I so skeptical of God? Why do I pretend like I didn't see it when I saw it? Why am I so bold to double back when I've been caught? Why am I not the superhero I thought? Or as perfect as these diamonds I bought? When did I start texting so dry? When did I become this type of a guy? When did the text you send me stop getting replies? What if things don't turn out how I planned them? I wanna be more than just a random. What if all these people in my life go Danny Phantom? I'm sick of down to earth, I wanna throw tantrums. I'm sick of these little raps, I wanna make anthems. You feel me? It's either you or it's my schedule. Y'all both can't be demanding. I keep you under wraps. You told your mom it's for my branding. I hope she's understanding. What if I don't meet the expectations? What if I don't reach my destination? What if I don't live up to the hype despite all my dedication? Why you think I'm scared to take vacations? What am I supposed to do? Assume her accusations aren't true because I'm close to you? Who should I believe? Is it her? Just cause it happens so commonly. The masses never heard your boy rap it so honestly. What makes you think that I'd rather have backpackers applauding me? Why do I feel I need approval from all my skeptics when I fill arenas up with a passionate following, when that's actually all I need? But what if they stop caring about me? What if they stop swearing by me? What if they stop riding for me how they used to do before I was in front of everybody? What if they went and found some new kid that got an air about him? How many people in this town follow my whereabouts? And what would I say with the barrel aimed at me staring down it? I rep the state, but do they care about me in Barron County?
Okay, so as the title suggests, this is mostly a list of questions he's asking himself about, do people love me? Is God real? Etc. Certain things like that. To me, I register that as complete first world problems, and doesn't seem that consequential to me. I feel like that's stuff he doesn't need to. It just wasn't really clicking with me. I don't know. Like everything was valid. I can't invalidate anything. I'm not trying to invalidate anything in the song, but personally, it didn't really click with me too much. I'm not gonna add that. I don't see myself adding that to any of my playlists, and so it's just it's not really the best closer in my opinion. I feel like he could have probably ended with Denver. that one would have been a pretty clean closer for the album. But you know, I'm not. It's not too bad. I didn't mind it. Probably give that one a 6.5 though. All right, y'all. So we made it to the end of the album now, and so next step is to just add up these totals and give you guys an average. So I'm gonna do that. Just give me 1 second. All right, y'all. So this album overall is scored a 7.65 out of 10 with me. So all in all, you know, pretty enjoyable. I don't believe that ranked as highly as the Surf or Drown album that I reviewed in the last video, but you know, I think that kind of checks out too. I believe, you know, I think that last album was a little bit more enjoyable. This one was exciting because I was um, anticipating a good response to, you know, the criticisms and stuff and the general reaction to his last album and what Jack Harlow was going to do to kind of bounce back from that. And so this is his bounce back. I feel like it's definitely going to win over the public, you know, and I feel like he's not going to lose anything. He might Come Home the Kids Miss You might be a little stain on his, you know, projection because he was growing so fast after What's Poppin'. I felt like who is this guy now? Like, I feel like he was a completely different person than he was when he was first coming onto the scene, and he was just unrecognizable. And so I kind of started drifting away from his music at that point. And this album makes me kind of want to get back into it and makes me interested in what he's going to release next. So, you know, I think the score kind of reflects that too. So yeah, man, that has been Jackman by Jack Harlow. But hey, man, the review aside, one thing I want you guys to do, if you're watching right now, please listen and please hear me now. I want to react to more stuff that you guys want me to listen to, and maybe things that you haven't heard yet that you'd like to know. How is this album? Should I listen to it? Should I add it? Which are the best songs and stuff like that? So if you have any ideas, any requests, it can be from any time too. For right now, I'm planning to do music that's more current and up to date. But I also have plans to do music from maybe the 90s and 2000s era, 2010s, of all different types of genres. I kind of want to experiment and explore some new genres too, outside of hip hop, R&B, kind of drill, and that kind of stuff. Also, I'm a big fan of indie soul, alternative rock, and things like that too. And I'm even trying to expand my horizons. So surprise me with anything in the comments. Just roast my appearance, do anything so that I can maybe start a conversation with you guys. And I don't know, like, let's just talk, right? So anyways, I'm still learning how to do all this, you know, so I'm just going to be patient, and hopefully the engagement will be there. I'll get some of you guys talking, and hopefully it'll help you feel more comfortable on my channel and stuff like that. So that's the goal, you know. But yeah, that's all I got for right now and for today. But I'll be back in a few days to do that Race Remrod album, and then probably Rihanna after that. Or I might do, I can't remember right now, but there's another one that I have probably on schedule too. And with that being said, I'm out. Till next time, peace.